Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Paul Brown Show. This evening, my guest will be Senator Malcolm Graham. How you doing there, sir?
I am doing great. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you for coming on the show. Tell the audience a little bit about Senator Malcolm Graham.
Well, Paul, I was born and raised in Charleston, South Carolina, and came to Charlotte in 1981 on a tennis scholarship at Johnson C. Smith University. I met my wife there. She's originally from High Point, North Carolina. We are married 25 years this past November. Two daughters. Courtney is a junior at Winston-Salem State University, where she just went over AKA, and she's the Attorney General for the Student Government Association there. And my youngest, Nicole, is a sophomore at Fayetteville State University, where she's a member of the varsity basketball team. So that's my family. That's basically a short bio of who I am. And obviously, I'm a member of the North Carolina State Senate, serving my 5th term, almost 10 years in the North Carolina State Senate.
What made you want to run for political office?
I've always had a desire to help the community, to be involved, to be engaged, and to help people help themselves. At Johnson C. Smith, I majored in political science and public administration, so I always knew I wanted to be involved in community affairs and the workings of the city, the workings of the community. And so after serving as a nonprofit executive director for a number of years, I decided to jump in and run for city council. And the first time I ran, I lost. And I came back and ran again for City Council in District 4 and won in 1999 and served 6 years on the Charlotte City Council representing District 4, which is Northeast Charlotte. And then I ran for the State Senate in 2005 and won that seat, and now I'm serving my 5th term, almost 10 years in the State Senate. And it's all about helping people help themselves and putting good public policies in place that will help the community thrive and grow.
You said your 5th term. What is it that people love so much about Senator Malcolm Graham?
I think if you talk to people and they say, well, who is Malcolm? I think they will say Malcolm is personable, sharp, and candid, and that he has a can-do attitude. He says what he's going to do and then try to get it done. And so I just try to create an environment around me and projects that I work with to make scenarios better when I leave than when I found them. So whether it's advocating for neighborhoods in Charlotte or helping build the Uptown Arena or bringing together the community for the African American Summit, where we brought over 1,500 folks together at the Charlotte Convention Center, or advocating for gang legislation. What I want to do is create a better environment, an environment that's better tomorrow than it is today. I get things done.
You're running for Congress seat, Congressman 12th District.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about that district that attracts you the most? Because we've had Congressman Mel Watts. He's been in there for a long term. He's done a great job. What is it about that seat that attracts you?
Well, I want to help build a better nation. I want to build a nation where charity and welfare will no longer be needed. A nation where if you're sick, you can get medical attention. If you're hungry, you can get fed. If you're able-bodied and want a job, you can find a job, and good schools can be provided for all. And I believe in North Carolina 12th Congressional District that Congressman Watt has represented so well for over 20 years that the citizens of Winston and Greensboro and High Point and Charlotte, if we all pull together, if we all move in the same direction, we can continue the legacy of leadership that has occurred here in the 12th Congressional District, and we can help start building a nation right here in North Carolina's 12th Congressional District. I think we have the resources. I think we have the people power. I know we have the know-how to get it done and the energy. And I just want to be that GPS, if I can use that analogy, to kind of guide and lead the district in the right direction as we go about our work of nation building.
I know what all consists of I know you stated before, but the 12th district again, what?
It's a unique district. 52% of the district is based here in Charlotte. It goes up I-85 and it takes in part of Concord, Lexington, Davidson, the city of Salisbury, High Point, Winston-Salem, and Greensboro. the biggest populous area in the district is the city of Charlotte, 52%, and the city of Greensboro, about 24%. So it's a unique district that stretches up the I-85 corridor, and if you drive down 85 and throw something out of your car, you're in the North Carolina 12th Congressional District.
Okay. Okay, I know you're running for office. If I had met someone off the street and they were talking to me about Senator Malcolm Graham running for office, what would they say? Why would he be such a great candidate for that position?
They would probably say that Malcolm is prepared, that he's ready, that he stands on a platform of community service for over 15 years, that he has the experience of a nonprofit executive director, that he's worked in corporate America for a number of years, that he's an educator working at Johnson C. Smith University, served on the Charlotte City Council for 6 years, a member of the State Senate for 10 years, chairman of the Mecklenburg delegation, a past participant of the American Council for Young Political Leaders, where I toured Europe and Northern Ireland, participated in the Center for International Understanding, where I went to China and Shanghai and Beijing, that he's well-rounded, that he is ready and prepared to lead North Carolina's 12th Congressional District. It's a legacy of leadership on a wide variety of issues.
I know there's a lot of people running for that position, but what separates you from the rest of the candidates?
I'm prepared and ready. I just didn't wake up one morning to decide that I was going to run for Congress. I started at the bottom of the pile as a member of the Charlotte Clean City Committee, worked on the Park and Recreation Advisory Committee, participated in the Leadership Charlotte, the Charlotte Chamber of Commerce Leadership School, a number of training institutions, served on a wide variety of boards and directors that impact this community, served on City Council, participated in some of the major issues that impact our city, whether it was issues relating to building communities and neighborhoods, investing in transit, or participating in building the arena, helping bring the CIAA tournament to town. Went to the State Senate and participated in helping get comprehensive gang legislation passed, lifting the Kaplan Charter Schools so we can have educational initiatives focused on supporting our colleges and universities, especially our historically black colleges and universities. That got a wide variety of things that kind of makes me an attractive candidate among those who may also be running.
I know you talked about your family. Why is that so important in your life?
Well, that's a part of who I am. It's Courtney, Kim, and Nicole. They are in my heart each and every day. I have an obligation as a husband and a father to take care of them, and before I can take care of the community, I got to make sure home is taken care of. And so they are the reason why I get up in the morning, and before I receive any votes, my wife gave me the first one when she said, "Yes, I'll marry you." So that was the first, the first vote I got, and then she's been with me, and the girls has been with me by my side each and every day. So, I mean, family's important to me. Family upbringing and making sure the girls have a good foundation for success themselves. So, and so it's just making sure that I do what I think is the responsibility of any man, which is to make sure that home is taken care of.
I know we listened into the news and we hear a lot of negative things about some of the politicians, but we only hear positive things about Senator Malcolm Graham. Why is that important to you, representing us, the people?
Well, obviously I'm not perfect either, and I made my fair share of mistakes, but I think it's really important for me to demonstrate the values that was taught by my mother and father, and the values I try to teach my girls is make good decisions, be respectful of others, admit when you're wrong, when you fall down, get up, and learn from your mistakes, and just do those things that are pleasing in God's eye. And so obviously all humans make mistakes, but I just try to live my life one day at a time and try to make good decisions each and every day along the way. And so as a public official, the word public is there. Everything we say and do, people scrutinize. It's the only job that you get evaluated every day. And so I just try to make sure that every day is a good day, and try to do those things that will make my family, and that's where it goes back to. Please, I don't want to do anything to embarrass my wife or embarrass my kids or even embarrass me. So I just try to make good decisions along the way, and if I should fall down, brush myself off, get up, and start over again.
How are you able to wear so many different hats and wear them so successfully?
I wear a number of hats.
You do.
Husband, father, employee. I work at Johnson C. Smith University. I'm a sitting state senator, and I'm a candidate for Congress. There's no such thing as 8-hour days, and obviously you can't do it by yourself. So I have a significant support system. I'm starting at home. Friends who helped me on the campaign, or friends when we were small that would, when my kids were small, that would take Nicole to basketball practice for me, or make sure Courtney got where she needed to go to. So the support system around me, in terms of family and friends and fraternity brothers and my employees and employers at Johnson C. Smith support me in my endeavors. So, we just work hard. And like I said earlier, there's no such thing as 8-hour days for me. They're generally 12 or 13 hours. And, wake up time for me is 5 o'clock in the morning, and that's 5 o'clock dressed and ready to go. Correct. And then we get it done.
I know you mentioned Johnson C. Smith, Dr. Ron Carter and his staff. I mean, he does a great, outstanding job. What is it about working around the youth that inspires Senator Malcolm Graham?
Well, it keeps me young, and the future is our young people, and so I get an opportunity on campus to see them, to inspire them, to serve as a role model for them, and to let them know that they are walking my path. And when they see me doing what I'm doing and say, "Oh, Senator Graham, I want to be like you," and I said, "You are, because you're walking the same hallways that I walked at Johnson C. Smith. You're attending the same classes that I attended, and so it is not your environment; it is you." And then the work that I do for the university is hand in glove to my public service work. I'm responsible for the revitalization of the West Trade Street, Beatties Ford Road corridor. So I help with the building of Mosaic Village, which is a $25 million facility, student housing, retail, parking deck on West Trade Street, participated in the Arts Factory getting built, bringing the streetcar down West Trade Street, Beatties Ford Road, working with landowners to assemble land for development. So the work that I do is uplifting, because we want to revitalize that corridor, and we want to make sure that the environment inside the gate is reflective outside the gates for our students, faculty, and staff.
Let's talk about unemployment. What is your feelings on that, and how do we improve employment within the 12th district?
Well, I think you do it in a couple of ways. One, I want to focus on working with small business owners across the 12th congressional district. Small business owners employ more people than major corporations combined. I mean, so if we can really begin to have a focus on helping small business owners in terms of getting loans, expanding their business, being introduced to more technology so that businesses can run more effective and efficiently. It's just supporting the whole concept of small and minority-owned firms throughout the 12th congressional district. And then focus on areas that are growing throughout the district. For example, Charlotte has a growing energy hub. Making sure that our students throughout colleges and our community college systems have a strong background in the STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. I mean, those are the basics now. Used to be reading, writing, and arithmetic. Now